Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of June 28th through July 4th. And during that time, we have a full moon that comes in on the 30th. So you might feel that energy a couple days before, during, and even after. And it is a time of heightened emotions, time when you might feel anxious and irritable. You might have changes in your sleeping patterns. So it's also a good time for us to release any resentment or fear that we're having about anything that's really going on, or to practice patience and calm. Like, we know that excitable time is coming. Can we see it coming and just practice being very, very patient and calm about it? We then move into the waning gibbous energy for the rest of the week. And that is a time of self-reflection and rebirth. Really good time for us to get rid of bad habits and negative thinking and to buckle down again and work towards achieving our goals and aspirations. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Capricorn. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is to step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's see what the Capricorn Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you this week is that you try to really pay attention to the universe of synchronicities that is going on. They're around you, whether you're seeing them or not. There's a language that exists. Once you see it, it's like a language that there's messages. And if you're just relaxed and in the right zone, you can pay attention to letting those messages come in. And this could be, this could be signs that you see while you're driving. This could be an overheard conversation that you hear while you're walking on a sidewalk. It's just so many different ways. It's just, if you're struggling with any sort of question, these answers are all around you. So just try to pay attention to those synchronicities. And that is maybe if you can just kind of heighten your awareness about it. If you don't see them all the time, when you heighten your awareness, it might just open up that world to you. So my fun weekly reminder is for you to give that a try and try to pay attention to those things. So all right, let's get into this reading. I will stop babbling about synchronicities, I swear. Capricorn, June 28th through July 4th. Step out of your comfort zone. Your present energy right now is the Temperance card. So here we are in this full moon energy, and you certainly are practicing patience and calm. This may be out of your comfort zone to do, maybe, maybe you like that crazy of the full moon. I do. I mean, I also I love that energy. I don't get anxious. I just have a lot of energy and I do a lot of things, but it is probably good for me sometimes to try to practice patience and calm and take a deep breath and try to just not be so go 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 when that moon is acting like it is. So try to keep this temperance and balance. Um this is just flowing energy, being very, very centered, and just breathing calmly. That's you right now. Your current situation is the Three of Cups. So look at all the cups. Not only are you pouring your own cup back and forth in balance, but now you've got friends to balance it out with as well. So enjoy the company of others, during this time, and keep that calm demeanor about yourself. And maybe stepping out of your comfort zone is more about going out and enjoying yourself. Maybe that is a comfort zone thing for you. If it is, then do it. Get out there, have a good time a little bit. It's not all about work, is it, Capricorn? At the root of your situation here is wow. Hard work. Yeah. Shocker. Isn't that a shocker? It isn't all about hard work. I mean, it's funny that came to me before that card even came out. But yeah, sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone for you probably is about not working all the time and just maybe enjoying some fruits of your labor a little bit, enjoying yourself a little bit. It isn't all about hard work, which is at the root of this. So maybe your comfort zone is right at work, where you know what's going on, you know the routine, and that's where you like to be. That's where your energy is really good. Step out of that a little bit and enjoy yourself. In your recent past is the Wheel of Fortune. So The Wheel of Fortune can be actually just, maybe you've had some kind of bonus come in, and instead of celebrating it, you're just like, let's get back to work, let's make some more money. But the Wheel of Fortune is about evolving. It's about how your life changes, and things can change just on a dime. And maybe you've recently had a change where you just turn around and you go, okay, my life's a little different right now. This happens to all of us. We all go through these different phases of things, and it takes one little thing to change your life in a big way. I think about this with raising four kids. Just about the time that you think, oh, we've got this, we've got the routine down, and we're boom, there's a change in the routine. Just about the time you think you've got the hang of it, the school year's over, and now you're into summer routine, or activities change, and and I had to learn to accept that, look, it's just ever changing. That's what it is. And that is what this Wheel of Fortune is about. It's the ever changing. Just about the time that you feel like you're used to something, um, it's time for its change. So that's in your recent past, and maybe that's a reason that you do need to step out of your comfort zone, enjoy yourself a little bit more. What is on your mind this week is the Justice card. So there's some sort of truth on your mind, and maybe this truth is what this evolvement was about. And it could be, I'm even getting the sense that, hey, life is too short. Life is too short to be working all the time. I need to get out there and have a good time also. What am I doing all this work for if I'm not enjoying myself? So what sort of truth has come to your mind that has made you need to get out of your comfort zone? It looks like there's been some kind of awakening or something that's tapping you on the shoulder that's like, hey, yeah, you need to wake up to this, whatever this truth is for you. What is just ahead of you this week is the Queen of Swords, and I feel like she's just saying, yeah, get out and have a good time. Queen of Swords is really about, she's the queen of our intellect, our knowledge, our logic, right? But she also has that feminine understanding side, that empathetic side. So it's logic, but it's also, look, I know it's logical to be really into your work. You're very successful at this thing that you do, but sometimes, again, you have to go have a good time. I feel like she would say that as well, even though she is and she doesn't mince her words. When she sees a thing that is logical and makes sense, she's going to say it. So let her say it. In your advice position is the King of Swords. So here is our very logical King of Swords, who is just full of knowledge about things, which I'm sure you are, and full of knowledge about this. And the advice here is to do the logical thing. And what is that for you? Again, this Wheel of Fortune in your past, some sort of success or change that has come about. Um, and being calm, being this Temperance card and this truth. What is this truth that tells you the next logical step? It's almost like that it should be obvious. So is it obvious? I don't know. In the comments, let me know if it is obvious. What is beyond your control this week is the recognition of others there with the Six of Wands. So you might have your friends that are like, hey, great job being out with us and having a good time, because usually you're in bed by 8 o'clock, right? So I feel like you may get some of that. You may have some recognition of people around you that notice that you're very balanced, that good temperance, balanced energy that you have, and that you're kind of in a good mood, and people are going to see that. All right, what is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid, is the Star card. So the Star card is about our direction. It's about like the synchronistic things I was talking about, that it's what is written in the stars, and it's about following the guidance that's around us, and not even really knowing why, not knowing why you took a right instead of a left today. Maybe it's because you took a right and you ran into someone and made a new friend. You went out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you got some information that you needed to have to further your career even more. So step out of your comfort zone, look for ways to do that so that the synchronicities can come to you. And this is a question for you this week. Is it your secret desire to be on course, to like follow what's written in the stars for you, or do you push back on that? And there's no right or wrong answer. Just understand your answer and why you've answered that way, and understand that about yourself this week. All right. And your outcome position is a creative collaboration here with the Three of Pentacles. So maybe, again, this going a different direction leads you to some new creativity that is a way to enjoy yourself a little bit more, to have that balance, but also that balance of work and life being just as much fun. And that puts 2 3s on the table. So go look up angel number 33, or not the first one, I think 33 might have come up in Sagittarius's reading as well. So if you're a cross watcher, maybe go check that one out if you have someone that is a Sagittarius in your life. So step out of your comfort zone a little bit, Capricorn, and have fun a little bit. What's hidden from you this week is the Hierophant. So this is about seeking guidance, especially in the spiritual realm. So that's not something that you're going to be really see. And do you need to seek guidance on it? And I think, is it written in the stars for you certain things that you need to do? So maybe that's, we're going to relax on that for this week and honestly have a little fun. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Capricorn. Oh, this card wanted to come right out, so we're going to take it. That's really funny. The creative no. Well, this is probably the creative no when it comes to the work part. The creative no. Maybe you have someone that you don't want to hear you say no. Maybe there's someone above you in your organization or people around you that you don't want them to know that you're maybe slacking off a little bit this week. That's okay. Be creative. You can totally do that and get away with it. I would have a direct no, but if you have to be creative about it for your own reasons, then I understand, but do step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's get a self-care wisdom card. I can't wait to see what this card is for you, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to do in the way of self-care this week? Self-care for Capricorn. The card that you get is the card called Truth. Goes in line with your Justice card there. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness. Reserve judgment. Interesting that would come up. Reserve judgment. Use that creative no if you need to get out of the office a little bit early. Go have a good time with your friends. Relax. They're going to notice you and say something like, wow, you never come to this Wednesday night fun party happy hour thing that we do. And here you are. Thanks. It's great for you to be here. So Capricorn, lighten up, have some fun, step out of your comfort zone. Anyway, I hope there is something in this reading, Capricorn, that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. Of course, if you're comfortable sharing, drop me a comment down below and let me know. I'd be happy to hear from you. Also answer questions if you have them. And if you like my reading style, hitting like and subscribe is really helpful to my channel. So thank you so much in advance for doing that. I do appreciate it. Also, it gets you back here next week and we can see where your story goes. So thanks so much, Capricorn. Good luck with this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.